The views expressed on this program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now listening to the Allen and DJ Show on 103.5 FM WLSP-LP, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. We're here to talk about self-improvement, lifestyle, and becoming the very best version of yourself.
You're now listening to the Allen and DJ Show.
Yo, 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 Milwaukee, Sun Prairie, and all the surrounding areas. Welcome to the Allen and DJ Show, and I'm Allen.
And this is your boy DJ.
DJ, what's going on, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing, man?
Oh, my dirty, I'm cooling, man. What's going on with you, William J. Smith?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I don't know, man. Lately, I've been on the search for something. I've been trying to find the inner peace within myself.
Okay.
Because, like the other deer cheated on me.
Mm-hmm.
And, she find her way trying to reach back out to me again, And that's hard to try to flare up things again. And, I went through a lot to get over that deer now that I'm talking to Bambi the deer.
Okay.
But it don't feel good because when I talked to that other deer, it brought back her cheating on me. And lately, I'm good. I'm in a good space because I've been finding my peace. And when I find, wait a minute. That's what, I got an idea. That's what we could talk about today. Let's talk about cheating. But let's talk about cheating in a different aspect.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about cheating, but finding peace after the whole thing happened.
This is a really big topic and a very important topic and a touchy topic on
Yes,
top of
sir.
that. Like everybody in this room, everybody in this world either went through a situation where they got cheated on or they know somebody that has dealt with this type of situation. So I don't want nobody to come on the podcast or anybody talk to me outside of here and be like, I never witnessed this. I'll be like, yes, in some shape or form you have witnessed it, or your cousins might have witnessed it. Somebody in your life done witnessed it. So we just gonna bring it to you the way that we know how.
Most definitely. And I'm gonna start with bullet point number 1. Acknowledging your feelings, man. And that never feels good.
Absolutely.
I know people going through this out there, and trust me, when Allen and DJ say we been there and we feel you, we most definitely feel you. But I want DJ to break this down for us, man. So tell the viewers out there, when you're trying to find peace at this point now, let's take it from the top. You just got cheated on. Mm-hmm. We know that happened. You went through all the proper channels now. You didn't talk to people to death and everything, but now we're gonna take it to the point where now you're starting to get some sense of acknowledgement. So let's talk about acknowledging your feelings, DJ.
Absolutely. The reason why acknowledging your feelings are so important is because if you keep your feelings bottled up inside, you can go into a depression state.
Yeah, it never feels good. Don't surprise. Or should I say, don't suppress your emotions like anger, sadness, confusion, and accept that it's normal to feel hurt, because it allows yourself to process them and then to process the situation, so you can say, man, wow, this sucks right now. Since a Sammy Sosa can hit me in the head with a bat as hard as me feeling this pain that I'm feeling, but I'm acknowledging the fact that it happened. Okay. Person cheated on me. I don't know why they did, or they maybe gave me a crappy reason, that they did. But I'm not gonna be so at this stage of the game. When we say acknowledge your feelings, just acknowledge the fact that it happened now. Like, you got all the anger out the way, you got all the sadness out the way, you cried in your pillow, you listening to your music inside. Man, you like, man, come on, bro. Dude, look, get up. We ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. So, just acknowledge these things, man, and know that, okay, it will be a brighter day. I'm gonna get myself together and I'm gonna bounce back.
And also, like, what acknowledging your feelings does too is, like, it helps you understand and gives you clarity on what you're feeling, so you can get the help that you need, man.
Exactly. So at this stage of the game, it's not about them now.
Yep.
So now it's about, okay, I'm processing the situation, like, what led to this point? Like, what did I even do wrong? You know what I mean? Because in order for a person to cheat, it's not just like, we know that person wrong from doing it, but what steps led into this point? Was I not being more open enough? Was I not communicating enough? Was I not financially well off? Or was I not as good as I could have been? Like, or was I not being sexually open? So, like, it could be a lot of things, and whatever it is that, like, you do come up with, as far as clarity, acknowledge it.
Absolutely.
And be like, okay, cool.
And also with acknowledging your feelings, like, what also happens when, like, why you should acknowledge them, and why once you acknowledge them and you get the clarity that you need, and once you get the help, like, what it does also is it stops you from activating other emotions.
All facts.
Because, like, you could be in one state of mind once you get cheated on, but once you acknowledge those feelings, it's just gonna stop you from progressing other feelings.
Exactly. Like, anger could turn into hate.
Yep.
And hate could turn into, like, deception.
Yep.
So now it's like, you finna be on something crazy. And then that's how people get killed. You know what I mean? Playing with people's feelings. So, what DJ trying to say in so many words is, like, acknowledge it. Like, okay, like, I'm not gonna keep thinking, like, rational thoughts about this person no more. I'm not gonna keep thinking negative thoughts, or, like, I'm not gonna keep being angry. Like, I'm gonna acknowledge the fact that it happened, and I'm gonna do something about it. I'm gonna get some help. I'm gonna figure it out. Which brings me to bullet point number 2, lean in on your support system. But why is it important, DJ, when it comes to finding peace that you got cheated on, that you need a support system?
All right, because they can help you find peace or help you move on faster.
But tell me, okay, so going to that into a little bit more detail. So,
Okay.
As far as, like, finding peace and helping you move on faster, like, what kind of things can they do? Like,
basically, like, what your support system do is, like, give you stuff to, like, occupy your mind. Like, they might take you out shopping. They might buy fragrances for you. They might do hobbies with you to get your mind off of the current situation.
yeah, and that's true. Like, it's good to have a support system. Like, you don't want to be around somebody where you, like, you're talking about it, let's say 24/7, and they're like, dude, man, you talking about that girl again? That's not going to help, and sometimes it probably could get a little irritating, but that's not going to help. Yeah. Like, I'm one of them type of dudes let's say you talked about it for 3 weeks straight all day long. I ain't going to lie, I might get a little tired, but I'm still going to be that, friend that's going to listen to you. Like, to me, a support system is to talk to trust friends and family members who can often listen to and feel your emotions. So they basically give you, like, emotional support. Mm-hmm. Hey, look, this is what you should do. Okay, this happened. I'm here for you. But let's start doing some things now that's going to start helping you prepare to eventually move on.
Absolutely. And also what your support system can do is, like, they stop you from doing stupid stuff. Like, I done seen people where, like, they got cheated on and the girl or the dude done broke up with that particular person, and now all of a sudden you doing random stuff like, oh, I'm finna go by her house today. And I'm like, why are you going by her house? You don't have nothing to do with her anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Al, we done witnessed this from people all the time.
Right. Had a long black trench coat on with some shades sitting outside the house. He had us in the car. Man, what are you doing, bro? I said, bro, like, who craves this? Oh, no, be quiet, bro. That's my ex. I got to see what she up to.
And got us ducked down in the
right,
car.
We ducked down. I'm like, oh, no, bro. I don't go down like that. I said, Dirty, take me home, please. You know, I ain't gonna put the name out there for the
Yeah.
sake of it, but bro, take me home. He tells us, hey, duck down, everybody, duck down. We like, man, what we doing?
She opened the window.
I'm like, who opened the window? I said, bro, I know ain't by that girl house, man. Dude was like, bro, you a whole simp and a half. Like, dog, nah, bro. Like, you take me to the crib.
Yeah, because that could turn it like the reason why like it could stop you from doing stupid stuff is like that turned into like stalkish behavior, man, and
Right.
like that's illegal, bro. You can't be doing that.
No, we can't be doing that. Like, first off, like this is when we ran back to the car. We got out. We thinking that we finna go to one of the homies' house. We like, like Dirty, move over here. You lied to us. Yeah. All of a sudden, he's like, shh, everybody. Hey, bro, tiptoe. I'm like, hey, man, what we doing, bro? Like, why are we tiptoeing on the side of somebody's house? And then some chick like, it's some dudes outside. We ran to the car. I was like, bro, what you got us into? And then he's like, duck down. He duck down. Y'all duck down. We like, bruh, man, look, I'm gonna let you have it. And then DJ was like, bro, I know, bro, like, you got us looking like very creepish out here. So, yeah, man, lean on the support system, but don't do that, though, man. Like, I ain't know we was getting involved in that. I would have never went.
Yep.
Oh, man, I lit a new hole in him on the way back to the crib.
Yeah.
We let him have it. But let's talk about bullet point number 3, man. Like considering therapy.
Absolutely.
And why is therapy important, DJ, when you trying to focus on finding your peace?
The reason why this is so important is because it gives you somebody to talk to without being biased. Because with your support system, what happens is they comforting you and they're doing stuff to occupy your mind and stuff. And they could be they're going to be unbiased and they're going to cater to your feelings and be like, oh, everything's going to be okay and stuff like that. But
Right.
sometimes some people don't need that. Sometimes people need reality checks.
Yeah, and it is a good swift kick in the butt.
Yeah.
And, you know, like therapy can go from you talking to a therapist or talking to that friend that you know that's going to be like, hey, man, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, man. You need to let that go. Bro, it's been 2 months. You still talking about that girl.
Yep.
Man, you got to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do something to get over this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know, like, it's time for you to start dating again. Or, you know, hey, you know what, bro? Like, let's go shopping, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, look, let's go get some fragrances, go get fresh, get some kicks, and let's go out tonight. There's going to be plenty of girls out here tonight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, like, a therapist also can provide, and maybe, and this can be a friend or a female friend, it could be a family member. They can provide a safe place for you to explore your emotions and understand the impact of the betrayal, and also help you, like, developing and coping with like mechanisms. So when you're dealing with stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you want to deal with somebody that's not going to judge you.
Absolutely.
They're going to understand you. They're not going to judge you. They're going to hear you out. But instead of me saying on a homeboy level, when I say, you need to let that girl go, Dirty. Man, you talking about her so much. I might say, hey, I want you to do these exercises tonight. I want you to do this and do that, and let me know how many times have you thought about her. Like, they find different solutions to help you retool the brain, if it makes sense.
Absolutely. And the reason why, like, therapy is so important, too, is, like, what it does is, like, it also helps you acknowledge your feelings and helps you find ways to cope with your feelings. And they can also prescribe you medication if you need to be medicated, because your support system can't give you medication.
No.
Or if they do, it's going to be illegal.
But let me tell you this, though. It ain't that doggone serious. Ain't no woman finna maybe on medication. I'm thinking about her so much. But but that's
happen.
true, though.
It's
It's true. It do happens. But, man, you need your butt kicked doing that. Like, I know, like, my guys would be like, man, what you, bro, you popping antidepressant? Dog, man, I just can't live without her, bro. Popping them all in. You like,
Or can't sleep at night.
right, can't sleep at night.
So you taking, like, antidepressants, or you taking, like, sleep aids so you could be able to sleep at night. Nah, that ain't good, dude.
All right, then you tossing and turning, just thinking about her, then you sit up, then you playing songs and stuff with a candle lit in the middle. What's wrong with you? And my heart gets so weak, and I can't even breathe. Nah, smack you upside your head. Like, bro, you better stop playing, man. You better stop playing. You know what? Now, you know what? You ain't gonna need some therapy this time. I'm gonna be your therapy. Hey, man, nah, bro. We ain't finna do that. Man, I know, your OG's to turn over in their grave. They'll jack you up. You're like, man, what you doing, bro? You got it all. It smell like honeysuckle melon in here. Like,
Yeah.
But talk to somebody though, like on a serious note, that can, that can really understand you and just like not gonna judge you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And and also like when you consider therapy as well, like I wish, like with some of my problems that I used to deal with, like I wish I would have went to therapy and not went to other outlets, because that therapy actually could have helped me and gave me clarity that I needed in my life, instead of finding clarity in like other avenues like drinking and stuff like that.
Exactly. And like to kind of wrap that one up, like they're gonna tell you the truth.
Yep.
Sometimes it's gonna be things that you don't want to hear. And they can say, hey, this what happened and this what led into this because you wasn't open-minded enough to do these type of things. And that was when the relationship took a turn. Mm-hmm. Nah, I don't believe that. He did this to me and he didn't. No. Listen to me.
Yep.
You did some things too. Yeah, he wrong for what he did. Or she wrong for what she did. We know that. But this what you did. And it took a turn. And that's what started to go down a deeper rabbit hole.
Absolutely.
But, let's talk about bullet point number 4, man. Let's focus on self-care.
Oh, this is a good one.
That's
I know
a good
you
one.
love this.
Oh, yeah. Man, I got to eat on this one. But I'm going to let you go, DJ. Tell them why it's good to focus on self-care when trying to find your peace after getting cheated on. Oh, that word hurt. Getting cheated on.
Yeah. Like what it does is like it helps you move on faster by making yourself look better so you can attract better people or more attention.
Man, like that's for real. Like I always say, if you want to get revenge, then the best revenge is success. And that's focusing on self-care. What we talk about mainly is improving yourself and becoming the very best version of yourself. So prioritizing your activities that nourish the well-being, like exercising, eating healthy, relaxation techniques, hobbies that you even enjoy. Like I like getting chemical peels and facials and stuff like that from time to time.
Oh yeah, you do.
And I'm gonna get back into that again. My appointment is April 18th. She knows who she is, but I like doing stuff like that because that's what helps me relax, helps me focus. It's a self-care tool that I need. And it takes you from all the stress of the day, especially when you're getting cheated on. That's the best revenge. And it'll build your confidence. You'll feel so much more better.
Absolutely. And what self-care also does is it helps you focus on mental care, which is pretty important, man. And the reason why mental care is just as important as self-care is because once you heal mentally, it will help you heal physically.
There you go. And you start having an abundance mindset.
Absolutely.
And, that's why we always talk about having a social life of abundance, living in supreme abundance. And you want to do that every single day. Like if I'm somebody who cheated on you and then I'm going through your social media and I'm like, dang, she having fun without me, man.
Stalkish behavior.
Hey, but some people do that because that's why exes come back, because of what you're doing. You're living a social life of abundance. You're getting yourself together. You're improving yourself. Or maybe it might be a friend that tell her or tell him, man, have you seen no girl lately? Nah, why? Bro, she looking good, man. Hey, bro, you dumb. Because I'll be the first one to tell you, dude, you dumb. Bro, you saw how good she looking? You ought to get smacked twice for letting that go. No, dog, man. Bro, man, you crazy.
Yep.
But then when you see it for yourself, and then you start seeing all these trips she take. Oh, who is dude? Trying and now so you trying to compare yourself to him. Oh, he ain't better than me. They ain't gonna work, bro. But in reality, it is, because why? She took the time now to start focusing on herself. She started focusing on self-care.
Absolutely. And also, what focusing on self-care does too is it helps you gain confidence to do other things, man.
Yes, sir. You getting in the gym, for an example, might you that confidence to be like, man, like I got my body together. I want to go to the beach.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, you want to be like me. I want to go to a water resort. I want to go to the water capital of the world. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you'll start like feeling yourself. You'll start feeling confident, and you start getting the attention of other people. And that'll also start to raise your confidence.
Absolutely.
But also, you know, bullet point 5, man, let's talk about practicing mindfulness. And we talked about this kind of like several times, but let's remind the people, DJ, what it is to practice mindfulness when trying to find your peace of getting cheated on.
Ouch.
That hurt.
No, like what it does is basically like when you have mindfulness, like you have to find a way to find peace, because like negativity can always creep in after you've been cheated on. So like a lot of times, like we go off the saying like your thoughts can become your reality.
Yeah, like thoughts become things become your reality.
Yeah. So like what'll happen is like if you don't practice mindfulness, like what'll happen is like you'll start to act on those particular thoughts, and if those thoughts are negative, then it'll go into a negative spiral.
That's why I always say, like, stop being in your head so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you be into your own thoughts in your own head so much that you be like, dude, like now at this point, man, you overthinking, or sweetheart, you overthinking, you doing too much.
Absolutely.
You don't gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? So just like do a little bit of meditation or do some deep breathing exercises that can help you manage like overwhelming thoughts or even emotions, because your thoughts can get overwhelming. Now you get like they say, for an example, you might have like one little symptom.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're researching this symptom, and now this symptom might start matching this symptom. Now, oh dang, so that's how HIV feel like. Oh man, that's what cancer feels like. Oh man, what if I do got that? Now, and the mind is powerful, so now it'll start going down a deeper rabbit hole, and then you can manipulate the body to the point where you might start feeling like you had that. So the same thing with your emotions, like it could be overwhelming because you're thinking the worst things. Maybe I was ugly, I wasn't fat, I was too fat. Maybe I wasn't good enough, and man, like she would do. I wonder what they're doing right now. Is they, you in your head too much. Get out your head, man,
right?
And just relax.
Like, and what Al is trying to say is like, what'll happen when you don't practice mindfulness is that you'll start to believe those thoughts, so you won't do anything to enhance yourself.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like, you'll start getting lazy.
Yep.
You start being like, I don't want to do nothing, because now you saw her with some dude wrapped around her. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And, it is what it is at this point. Okay, you got cheated on. We know it hurt. Dirty, I'll be the first to tell you. I've been there so many times. But now, we have to start taking the necessary steps to start getting over that, because you can't dwell on that forever. Like, that chapter is done. It ran its course. Sometimes God put people in your life for a reason, and their season is just up. So now, you have to start thinking about little things and just start to move forward. Which brand me into the next bullet point. I want to talk about setting boundaries now. And we did a whole show on setting boundaries. Yep. But let's remind them again when it comes to finding peace or getting cheated on.
Right. Like what'll happen is like when you set a boundary, what'll happen is like all of a sudden, once you got cheated on, your mindset should be able to flip to where like the next person come in, you should automatically see the symptoms. You should automatically see the red flags before they happen, and once you see the red flags, you cut it off right then and there, or you give them the guidelines. Once you jump into that new situation, you're giving them the guidelines like, hey, if this happens, then we're done here. And the partner will probably look at you and be like, I ain't even doing anything, but because of the other situation that happened, now them boundaries have to be set in the next relationship.
And also, if you're thinking about rekindling this relationship, even though I wouldn't, I got cheated on, that's just me, I'm through with it. Yep. But if you think about rekindling this relationship, establish clear boundaries, establish expectations now.
Absolutely.
And also be open to communication, and that would help to start to rebuild the trust again. Because I don't know, and that's just me. If I get cheated on, like, I'm just not going back. I'm not messing with you no more because you knew what you was doing before you did it.
Yeah.
But if you just love that person so much and you just want them back, then I'm trying to give it to you from a different perspective. Like, if you choose to stay in the relationship, just make sure like you establish some real strict, clear boundaries.
Absolutely. And like also when it comes down to setting boundaries, like I said, like I'm with Al when he said like once you get cheated on, man, like I'm not taking you back. But if for some reason you do, you have to set those boundaries right away. And I know somebody that actually did that. And what that person did was like they was in high school together, they graduated, then like 2 years after high school, like they broke up. And like 10 years later, they reconnected and like found themselves again. But it took them both to be mature and develop, like as far as like in their physical and mental states and progress in their lives. And once they found themselves, what he did was he set the boundaries at the beginning, and now they've been together ever since. And they've been together for like 15 years.
Hey man, like like that's dope. So like you hear what DJ just said out here, guys. Like sometimes like that happens. Sometimes depending on the severity of the breakup, as long as there wasn't no cheating going on, I can see that. Like I can come back down the line and we both in a different, more mature headspace. But if I get cheated on though, like that, I just feel like I'm not trying to hear it. Like there's nothing that you could say to me. It would be nothing that my own mama could say to me to make me want to take you back. Cause you did what you did and you chose what you chose, and everybody don't play that. Nope. And I'm just one of those ones. I don't play that. But I'm giving it to you from perspective. If I did want you, quote unquote, back, then just take your time. Okay, so like just take your time trying to rebuild trust in the relationship again, because you're gonna have to really go through some things to prove, hey, I'm trustworthy. Because when you cheat, like all the trust is gone. So I can't see myself being with somebody knowing that you cheated on me, because every time I look at you, I just think that you cheated on me. And that's like mental torture to me. So, but then let's talk about challenging negative thoughts now.
All right.
And which goes back to like therapy, like how we kind of talked about that. So
absolutely.
Break it down for him, DJ. Break it down for him, DJ.
like the reason why this is so serious is because like I said before, like you start to once you start to like have those thoughts creep in, you'll start to challenge those thoughts by like you'll start to believe them, and then once you believe them, it'll become pretty much your reality. And that's what I talked about before when I talked about mindfulness. But at the same time, like it'll like before, like it'll stop you from like enhancing yourself physically. So that's
true.
Yeah. So like let's say for an example, like you got cheated on and then you get depressed and you ask that person like, why you leave me? And they gonna be like, because you fat and ugly. It's gonna mentally hit you when that person said that, and to the point to where like you might really think that, and even though like it's somebody out there for everybody, but like because that person like mentally hurt you, now all of a sudden you just gonna be lazy, or you gonna sit there and be like, maybe I am ugly, maybe I am fat, why don't I just go and eat a whole bunch of donuts and jump off a bridge? So like that's how your mindset gonna shift.
Yeah, it's like some people are like emotional eaters.
Yeah.
And like they eat because they're depressed about something, they stressed. And to me, when it comes to challenging negative thoughts, like you have to stop playing the self-identify and blame game.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like blaming yourself for this, or maybe I was stupid. Maybe I deserved it. Like, or he might have hit you and cheated on you, and you saying like, no, that's just the way he loved me. No, I know it's not.
No, love ain't supposed to hurt, man.
No, like love is supposed to hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like tough love, yes, but like not like that. So try to substitute that with positive affirmations, and know your worth. Like know who you are and know your value and your worth that you can bring to the table. So you can stop getting in your own head or keep coming up with all these negative thoughts, and because Because I'm going to say this. When you do that, you'll be one of those type of people that looks for the wrong in everything.
Absolutely.
And you're like, dang, dude, like, just accept the fact that we're happy. Like, now that we're happy, you looking for another problem within the problem that don't have to be a problem.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, just the shake, yeah. Just a shake that Tiffany used to get for me. But, you know, I ain't going to try to think about that, babe. And you like, obviously you is. And that's how you push that person away. So, you know, try not to do that.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about the next bullet point, man. So, you know, when you're getting cheated on and you're trying to find your peace, let's talk about taking your time now.
Okay.
Now, this is important. Why is it important to take your time when you're trying to find your peace when you just got cheated on?
And listen up, guys. This is going to go over a lot of people's head, but like this is what you really need to do. Basically, the reason why taking your time is so important is because if you rush the healing process, you will end up falling into old habits.
Man, that's true. You start finding yourself dating the same people with the same similar traits.
Yep.
And, you know, all you're doing is playing like Russian roulette with yourself. Like, you know, you're not really getting anywhere. So, you know, like, take your time to heal, like, properly. And to healing from, like, infidelity takes time. Like, that's not easy. And also be patient with yourself and don't rush into any major decisions. Like, don't let nobody put, like, major demands on you or nothing. Just take your time. Just say, hey, look, like, I just got something serious. I just got cheated on. I'm going to take my time. I ain't in a rush for nothing. I need to learn myself. I need to learn some of the things that I was doing wrong so I can make it right.
Absolutely. And if you rush into another relationship, what'll also happen is like, I mean, before you're fully healed, what'll also happen is like you'll end up being heartbroken again, even sooner than you was before because you didn't take the time to heal and you didn't pay attention to the signs of you being cheated on before. And you'll also sabotage your next relationship.
Man, that's so true. So true. Like, you know, just take your time, man. Like, you don't got to be in a rush. You just got cheated on. You got to take some time to get your mental together. You got to take some time to just, you know, get back to you. Get back to the essence of who you are. So, I get it, and I understand. So, when you truly want to find peace, just take your time and just do things that kind of bring comfort back to you again, if it makes sense.
Yep.
And let's talk about the next bullet point. You got to know this, too. It's not always your fault.
Absolutely.
But break that down, DJ.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them, like, why is it not always their fault?
Absolutely. Like, getting cheated on and breakups aren't always your fault because that is a part of life. Like, that is going to happen. Like if you're living and breathing on this earth and you jump into a relationship, it's a chance that something bad is going to happen in that relationship. But those breakups and you getting cheated on will help you grow. But also the reason why it's always not your fault is because of male and female nature sometimes ends relationships or forces people to cheat because of what they want in the next person, or they want a better life and they think that they see it in another person. And like we get the syndrome of like the grass is not always greener on the other side.
Yeah. You know, like, you got to know, you know what I'm saying, that it's not your fault. You know, like, when you're getting cheated on, to me, I feel like it's never the victim's fault.
Yeah.
And nor should you blame yourself for what happened, because that's like betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, like, a narcissist will put the blame on you. Well, you made me do this because X, Y, and Z. No, you did that because you wanted to do it.
Yep.
I didn't make you go cheat. You wanted to go cheat.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, don't fall into that trap where it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Or like how Duke will tell Will, it's your fault. You're like, man, what you mean, bro? I want to just play this game. So, you know, you didn't make them better. You didn't. I'm like, man, calm down, dog. So, you know, like, that's what some beta male sim dudes do when they argue with their girl. It's your fault.
Get all mad.
You know what I'm saying?
dog.
Like, I seen the sitcom. I can't put the name of it out there, but he shot a plate against the wall. Go make me a plate. I was like, wow. So, you know, and she got to playing victim and blaming herself. He was hungry. I should make sure that he was ready to eat. Hey, nah, like that's no, like y'all got to stop that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not your fault. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, never blame yourself when you're trying to find your peace, or else you're never gonna find peace. Like, the goal is to find a peace after you know that you got cheated on.
Absolutely. And like everything that happens in people's lives, it's not always that person's fault. Like when you get cheated on, or like if anything happens to you negatively, the first thing you do look at is like, you look at like to see what happened to them, or like, why did that person leave me? But then sometimes if that person doesn't answer you right away, then sometimes you'll look at yourself and you'll try to see like what faults you found in yourself. But It's not always the case. Like, it's not like, sometimes that person could have been in a different space and you could have been on a different space and y'all just didn't connect in the same space. So that person needed somebody to be on their particular level at that particular time.
No facts.
So when that person leaves you, it's not always because of you. Sometimes that person just not in the right headspace.
That's true. So, you know, people say, no, like, you know, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 30% of the time, like, that can be true. Sometimes, like DJ just said, you know, like, they might not be in the right headspace. And I want to talk about the next one when it comes to, like, you know what I'm saying, getting cheated on and you're trying to find your peace. You know, like, don't isolate yourself, man.
Absolutely.
And, you know, while you're alone, it can be helpful. Like, you can avoid isolating situations. Like, you can, like, avoid isolating yourself completely from maintaining connections and supportive people. Because if you do that, you're going to get into what we just talked about before, negative thoughts.
Absolutely.
And then you'll find yourself trying to challenge these negative thoughts. And you're doing this all because you're trying to isolate yourself from people because you don't want people to see you hurt. Or, you know, you might feel embarrassed. And I feel you on all that. But at some point, you know, you got to come out of isolation and be like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Like, the reason why you don't want to isolate yourself is because, like, sometimes you like, when people do isolate themselves, sometimes they don't want to hear the criticism, and sometimes you need to hear the criticism.
Exactly.
And also, you don't want to fall into the gap of being lazy, because a lot of people that isolate themselves start to get lazy.
Man, they get lazy. They start becoming what we talked about before. Couch potatoes. Become emotional eaters.
Yep.
They lose all like motivation on life itself. They don't want to do nothing no more. And at the end of the day, man, you know, that's not what you want.
Absolutely.
So like the goal is to like don't isolate yourself. Just get around people that are very supportive, and people that is gonna understand you for who you are. And, you know, like, they're going to be, like, more patient. Like, they're going to have patience with you. Not always judging you, but patience.
Hey, but also, when it comes down to, like, why people shouldn't isolate themselves is because what it also makes you do is it helps you, it makes you create new habits. So, like, if you wasn't a gambler, would you isolating yourself because you have all this time to yourself? Now all of a sudden you're going to utilize it with stuff that you shouldn't be utilizing it for, like gambling, drinking, smoking, and stuff like that.
Yep. So it's like getting on drugs.
Yep.
So, you know, don't isolate yourself. Like, okay, I get it. Maybe like the first 3 to 7 days, you know, you want to be to yourself. You don't want to see nobody because it's fresh, and I get it. It's like an open wound. But at some point, you know, we got to start making the healing process, and that's why we're trying to help you be able to find your peace. And you're not going to find your peace by isolating yourself. But the last bullet point, we'll talk about communicating openly.
Okay.
So run us home with that, DJ.
Okay. What communicating openly does is, like, it basically helps give you the clarity on your current situation, and it prepares you for other situations, and it also helps you relieve stress, man.
Yeah, so, you know, when you're communicating openly, you know, if you choose to work on the relationship, open, honest communication is crucial. And address concerns Like, say, hey, you know, like, when you did that, like, that really hurted me. Or, you know, like, when you was in front of your family and you fronted me out, like, man, like, I felt some type of way about that. And, you know, that's how you can probably start to rebuild trust. Because now you're not hiding anything anymore. So now that person is more open to say, hey, tonight, the way you acted, your behavior was, like, unacceptable. I don't tolerate that. And she might be like, how, you know, or you know, he might be like, how, and you openly communicate with them and be honest. And, you know, eventually, that'll help you be able to find peace when you know that you got cheated on, because maybe when you got cheated on before, you didn't communicate enough. Mm-hmm. So now this time, you know, I have to communicate.
Absolutely. And also what communicating openly does too is, like, it also gives you a way to, like, set boundaries for the next relationship.
Yes, sir. And, you know, we'll talk about the Alan and DJ's final thought. DJ, like, what's your final thought when you're trying to help somebody find peace after they just got cheated on?
First, what you want to do is, like, just acknowledge your feelings, because that's the key for a lot of people when it comes down to, like, moving on and finding peace, man. Is identifying your feelings and how you feel, then get the help that you need, if you need the help that you need, to get to a place to where, like, you can have peace.
Oh, fair enough, man. And I'll say, lean on your support system, you know. Lean on somebody that you feel like you could trust, somebody that you could talk to, and just take your time. Take your time, don't rush into nothing. It just happened, it's fresh, it's okay. And no, it's not always your fault. Don't go playing the blame game on yourself, saying I should have did this, should have did that, man, only if I should have, could have, would have. What was going to happen was going to happen. And if you decide to rebuild on the relationship, communicate openly. And when you do that, you just became the very best version of yourself. Now, this is the Alan and DJ Show. You can find us on alananddjshow@gmail.com. If you have any questions about what you want us to talk about next. You can find the Alan and DJ Show on YouTube. You can find the Alan and DJ Show on our fan page on Facebook. You can find William J. Smith on Instagram and Facebook. And Alan Hutchinson, yours truly, on Instagram and Facebook. And until next time, find the inner peace within yourself. Take that good energy. Take that. And stay well. Stay healthy.
Peace.
Yeah.